Hi everyone, Ray from Pro String with another restringing tutorial. Quite excited about this one because this one is actually a racket I'm going to try myself. It's a Diadem Nova. This is actually the Tour V3, as you can see. Brand new, just arrived a few days ago here in the UK to the official distributors, which I'm beneath them as a distributor as well. I have been on the V2, which they didn't have a Tour, which is a 315 gram version. So I'm going to try this today. I'm playing a little bit later. This is my current one, the one I have been using, actually customized by Unstrung Customs. If they stumble across this video, which is probably highly unlikely. What's up guys? Nikki, Fran and company. Actually used to train, compete a little bit against Nikki. I used to go to school with Fran from Unstrung Customs. I believe there's a third guy, but I'm not sure who it is. But anyway, this is it came in at 300 gram. I upped the weight to about 321 and a half, I believe it was. These are the guys that do Djokovic's rackets. I know how to customize to a certain extent, but it takes forever, so I am less interested in even doing my own rackets. I'd rather somebody else do it and just pay them, as you guys or many other people do there with us with stringing. I do have a few clients that know how to string, etc., but don't want to do it themselves. I'm very content to see the paint job. It's actually a black matte, so the feel is very much so like how would you say, like a Wilson Pro Staff, for example. Yeah, actually even smoother because it's new, but it looks like they've taken a page out of the Pro Staff, which is actually a very nice, in my opinion, very nice paint job. So I'm actually very excited to try this out. So I'm going to string it up for myself. So it's a 315 gram racket. Diadem is the brand, and it is the V3. This is their third launch in this collection. They make very good rackets, guys. Not because I use it or because of my relationship with them or anything. But yeah, I am a distributor for them in the UK or London, and then I have the distribution of Andalusia Diadem. Sorry, just cleaning up a bit here, getting rid of stuff I should have done before the video, give myself some nice clean space to work in. But anyway, nonetheless, as you can see, I've set up my racket. You've got little circles showing you where the knots need to go, which is always helpful if you don't know, if you're just starting this out. But yeah, so this shows me that I can start the racket, at least the crosses, anywhere. It's got 2 circles for my cross start knots, and then 2 to each side for our main and crosses tie off, which is great. So 3 loops, 6 holes at the bottom of the neck of the racket, which only can mean that we always start from the top. Pro String Nemesis is my go-to string for my own preference as well, despite having every other string probably under the moon here with me. But I just love this string. Call me biased. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 19 stringing pattern, guys. Therefore, I counted 7 more because I already have 1, which is 8 to each side. I gotta say, I'm very impressed. I am very, very impressed so far. At least as paint job and stuff, I'm very happy to. I like this more than, I mean, it looks a little bit similar in a way, but not really. This is not matte finishing paint job, it's just a normal paint job, black. Let's see what this has to offer. I will try it side by side with my other ones. So I'll swap every few games. I'm playing some doubles this afternoon. That's a great way to try rackets, is by swapping every 10-15 minutes and really getting a good feel of what racket's doing what and what your preference might be. So I'm really hoping to like this one. I'm sure I will. I'm a big Diadem fan. I am actually going to, temperature starting to go up ever so slightly here in the UK. But the grommets, I know that the tension is going to drop drastically, so I want my racket to be 57 pounds. So what I'm going to do is add 4.4 pounds or 2 kilos. 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds, as you may have guessed. So just going 61.4. If your machine doesn't string to the 0.1 or the 0.5, then just go round it off to your next highest number, in my opinion. That should do the job. And even then, it probably loses more than a couple kilos within the first few hits at least. Play a 2-hour session or so. I think it will drop more, especially if you're in hot conditions somewhere not in the UK or Spain, Portugal, Greece, or somewhere like that where it's warmer than here. When there are, I think most of Spain's almost close to 20 these days. At least where I'm from, down south, Malaga, Marbella, they're roaming around the early 20s, mid 20s even, which it was actually when I was there just a few weeks ago. Anyway, guys, as you've seen, 3 to each side, compensating your tension nicely to each side. You don't want to destroy your rackets, so don't string 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, or 9 in any case to one side, and then the other. Compensate evenly, string symmetrically. Yeah, I'm really liking the paint job on this, guys. So it's very nice. So it's the Nova Tour V3. It's their first launch of the Nova 315 grams. Kind of excited to get it on court. Playing some doubles, like I said. I really hope we might have a chance to play outside. These guys get a little bit obsessed with playing indoors here. I think it's going to be a high of 14 or 15 today, degrees Celsius. Alexa, 15 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit. Is that 70?
Celsius is 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, 59. Ugh. All right, I thought it was higher than that. So 60. 59 Fahrenheit. Right, okay. We'll have to do with that, I guess. Right, guys, 7th main. As you can see, I've done 6 and 6 already. Tension, up your tension 15% or 20. 15 to 20 is recommendation. Parnell knot. Don't pull on the knot too much. Just enough to take the lag out of, I'll show you where. Take the lag out of here. Okay, guys? Don't be animals. Just because you pull on the knot harder, it doesn't mean you're a big man or a woman or whatever you want to call yourself. Because you'll rip the string. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done that in a very long time. I started stringing a racket this morning at 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m. even. Guess what I did? I ripped the string on a knot. I think I was still half asleep and I just pulled on it a tad too much. It was a multi-filament, my own brand, our own brand, Pro String Pure multi-filament in the 125 millimeter. And I broke it. I'm not gonna lie. It was annoying because I had to go back and do all the crosses again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 of the full length of the racket, from the top of the racket all the way to the bottom of the grip. Half was just at the end, guys. 7.5 was just half right at the end. This is the racket I actually did it on. The Wilson Hyper Wilson Hammer System power holes. Remember that, guys? 30 years old maybe now. Yeah, maybe 30 years old actually. So got 2 circles showing me I can start the knots wherever I want. Excuse me, which I think is quite useful, especially if you haven't, don't have much stringing experience. A small detail like that is nice to see. Babylon do it in some of the, on all of the, some other FSI spin system rackets, the grommet wise. Who else? Head. Do head. Where's the head racket I have here? Somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway. So guys, again, tension, keep your tension up. 4.4 pounds, 2 kilos if your machine doesn't do 0.1s or halves. I mean 0.5 is not half, 0.1. New racket, we're gonna have to use our awl here. It's pretty covered, I have to say. Be careful with your awl, make sure you find where the hole is. Don't just start pushing the awl through without having a little look. Get down to the level of your grommets and strings and racket. And as you can see, stringing one ahead. Is this 1619? I feel like the spacing is massive. It is 1619. I felt like, so yeah, the strings are very well spread out, I guess you could say. Compared to other 1619 rackets, maybe like a Pure Drive. I feel like these are slightly more spread out. Here we have it again. Very, very covered. Need to cut myself a nice sharp angle because it literally flattened my end there. Anyway, cool. So no need to up the tension on starting knots, guys. Just a reminder, don't up your tension on starting knots. The machine will take care of that, as I don't know if you saw it, but it just nicely tightens the knot as well. Stringing one ahead, which means I'm weaving one more string after the main one or the first one. And then, as you've just seen, support your string that you're actually pulling at that moment. Support it a little bit by just pushing it up a little bit. Not more than that though, I'd say. Have a look again if you want. You have an opportunity to see it 15 times more, or even more, actually 17. I've only pulled 2. Number 3 is being pulled now. See, don't let the string come down because you'll end up with lots of unstraight strings, and you want the opposite. You don't want to move your strings around too much at the end of your stringing job, because what will happen is that creates tension loss. Believe it or not. Yep. Oh, I just remembered, I just sold the racket. That Pure Aero. Nova Diadem has just come to Europe back end of last year. I don't know if it was like somewhere like September, something like that. August, September, I believe. I think it was August actually. I was away for most of August, I think it was. And then when I came back, I got them customized, the 300 gram ones, the old versions. So very happy they come out with a 315. I can customize it. There's just a few more grams I'm looking for, maybe in the head or in the neck. Then I can do it myself, as long as I don't start getting into silicone and stuff. And I'm going to start reviewing rackets as well, guys, because I have such a vast option of rackets. I'm just going to grab the first 3, 4. I'll grab the first 5. Oh wow, 6. Every single racket's different. So I just want to show you guys what I have access to. There you go, another Diadem, the 2 new YoneXs, the V-Core, the Pure Aero. So I will start reviewing rackets ASAP. Maybe I should take a couple with me to the court today, but I just want to really try the 315 out today, Diadem. And I will start doing some reviews and stuff for you guys. I don't like complicating things too much. I know some reviewers out there, Tennis Nerd and a few others, they go into some real depth. But I'm going to try just to say X, Y, Z, weight of the racket and just some simple. I don't know if. Let me know what you guys think if you're tuning into this. Is it important to explain swing weight, for example? A lot of you probably don't even know what it is. especially at intermediate, beginner, intermediate, even advanced levels. Even competition level, I would say people don't know, the majority of them don't know what swing weight really is. So do you guys think I should go into depth or just keep it simple for those, for the general public that are just looking for a simple go-to racket and they don't want to watch a 20-minute explanation of a racket maybe? Yeah, and then you've got your balance points and all that kind of stuff, which can be a bit more perhaps boring or maybe confusing. I find that the less information I tell people when they come to my door to buy a racket or they want to look at rackets, whatever it is, because we're pretty much a shop without a shop, very different business model. And it would seem that that I start going into more depth and they're like, you know what, I'm starting to really get confused. And the more rackets I show them, even if as simple as I can keep it, sometimes they're like, what are you talking about? You said that racket was that way, but now you said... So they get really confused, even just with simple like weights, stringing patterns. I think that's just the most important stuff for the general public. You start going into more depth and I feel like they get confused quite easily. But the best suggestion I can give anybody is try before you buy. If you're going to start spending £200, $200, $250, $300, whatever it is you might be purchasing, depending when, what model, year, etc. It's hard earned money for most people, so try before you buy. We have a massive demo program here. I say in a way it's a shame we're not a shop, but in another way I gain a lot of freedom and time and less headaches and do very well considering. So I don't know. I've had a lot of people say, Ray, you need to open a shop. But no, but you need to open a shop. No, but you need to. I don't need to do anything. Quite happy just the way it's rocking and rolling right now. I'm I'm oversubscribed with rackets, so yeah, I don't need a shop. I don't need employees. Do I need more money? I think that's a tough question. We could all do with more money, I think, sometimes, right? Even the wealthy, where does it stop? I coach Francois Pinault, for example. Maybe I'm not allowed to. I think I'm allowed to tell people, which is Salma Hayek's husband. I coach him, playing with him this Sunday, for example. North London. He rents a house in North London. He's got his own court, but in the winter, this time of year, we're still playing indoors. I haven't seen him for a couple months, actually. Seems that he's been traveling a lot, jetting around the world with all his businesses and stuff. So nonetheless, this millionaire, billionaire, where does it stop? Do I need more money? I don't know, good question, right? Do I want a 100,000 car? Well, then of course I need more money. If I'm happy with my Volkswagen Charan, my 7-seater Volkswagen Charan that does the job incredibly well for my family and our needs. We don't use the car much in London anyway. We walk lots of places. We get on the train, the buses. I use my electric bicycle a lot. It's something that saves me a lot of time, money as well. I've got to say that's something money can buy, I guess. I've got a nice. So Parnell not, guys. I know I'm rambling on. I've got a nice Go cycle. I've got two of them. I bought them second hand. If you don't know what a Go cycle is, have a look. It's like the Bentley of electric bicycles. I couldn't really afford new, so I ended up buying two second hand for the price of a new one. I have one new one, so I thought, you know what? I'll have two, thank you very much. When one runs out of battery, I'll use the other. But guys, anyway, not where it indicates. So this racket is made kind of to tie off where you need to tie off, where it tells you to on the small circles. You got them here as well. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you have it, guys. Sorry for talking a lot. Hopefully it was some relevant stuff. Maybe not a bicycle I use and stuff, but anyway. Yeah, there you have it, right, guys? straighten up your strings. Hopefully there's not much to straighten up. That's always a good sign, means you're improving or that you're on the right track or that you're already a good stringer. Yeah, the less you move your strings, the better, because the more tension will be lost. Sounds pretty good to me. 57, I've gone 57, but I've upped the tension so the grommets can set nicely. I know that if I use this in a few more days, it's going to be pretty shocking, at least for my liking, because I'm quite fussy, bit OCD on soft strings. So I want that my rackets can only go past 2 weeks, but I do typically break before. Guys, Diadem, try them, give them a chance. Nova Tour, the new one. Ba-da-bum. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really, truly hope that there was some useful stuff there, apart from blabbing on a little bit, maybe too much. Take care for now, guys. Happy stringing. Bye-bye.